Welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week, we're talking about Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. It's like my Zoo Crew radio voice. It's pretty good, you know? Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Mike.
What beeth thou, ye bright spot?
Thine bright spot. This week, I have decided to start reading a book that is like kind of a self-help book, and already having like a lot of good internal thoughts and processes, and I don't know, it's just good. Like, I think sometimes we forget how good it can feel to like actually do something for yourself. So doing this has felt good so far.
Yeah, I read one once. It was How Not to Be an Asshole, but I didn't learn anything. But that's good. That's good. It is good to I feel like there is an advantage, and I'm shocked by how many people are not self-aware, but it's really good to build in that self-awareness to where you can not only self-aware protecting you from certain situations, but just like self-aware enough to be like, okay, I think I'm tired, or I think I'm overstimulated, or whatever it might be, to where you can actually confront those issues and actually make yourself feel better or do better.
Like the thing of like, oh, maybe I'm sad because I'm not sleeping, or maybe I'm always grumpy because I don't eat.
According to a few doctors, it apparently seems as though 90% of our problems is you don't sleep.
Yeah, you're probably not sleeping or eating right, and that'll probably solve a lot of it. But yeah, like will. I just think the critical thinking element that we often forget to include in our lives when we're just scrolling Instagram or whatever. Like, this book has helped me think critically, which is also helping me think creatively, which is just like activating the brain, and it's great. So my brain feels activated. That's good. Go read a book.
No.
Okay.
I want to. I even struggle to like listen to books. I want to so bad. Because there are good books out there. I have a couple books I do want to read, but then I like find moments where I'm like, oh, I could probably read right now, and then I go, nah. That's it. That's for chumps. Chumps read. And as a reminder, Krista left this podcast so she could read.
Hi, Krista.
Hi, Krista. Alrighty.
What's your bright spot?
Oh yeah, me. Let's see. What is my bright spot? The kids started swimming lessons this week, and it's kind of nice seeing how excited they are. Like Mila has hit a new point where she's like slowly getting out of that toddler stage and really developing her own personality, and it's really funny to see her like really excited for something that is just hers in that moment, because she goes at a different time than her sister. So it's like, oh, this is really nice. This is wholesome. Oh, yeah. With that said,
wow.
Yeah. Now we have bumper music. And not just me essentially coming up with the idea each episode. So we have director Zack Snyder, producer Charles Roven, Deborah Schneider, And missing the Nolans and Thomas. But no Christopher Nolan, no Emma Thomas. So this is the first one that is. I would say that this is the first one that is like exclusively Zack Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell this movie.
Yeah,
feels. I wasn't expecting it to feel so different from Man of Steel.
But it does.
But it feels so different. Mm-hmm. Not in a good or bad way, but it is clearly like, there is a creative difference in this compared to the prior movie.
Mm-hmm.
Screenwriter Chris Terrio and David S. Goyer. Warner Brothers distributed it. Production company Cruel and Unusual, which I think is Zack Snyder's. Warner Brothers. Syncopy. Isn't that Nolan?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Atlas. I feel like Atlas is almost entirely like a bankroll. Like they provide money. Mm. It's not really like.
Probably.
I mean, you could look it up. I might be wrong in that it's connected to a particular creative, but I feel like it's mostly money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's right.
DC Entertainment, and I think this is their first dip into establishing their movie section of their company.
Just looked it up. Christopher Nolan, Emma Thomas do have executive producer.
Interesting.
Credits.
I feel they should have taken more liberties with that role. PG-13 for intense sequence of violence, action throughout, and some sensuality, though I believe we both watched the Ultimate Edition, which is rated R.
It's rated R. Yeah, we do get some Bruce butt.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk. Ben Affleck's got a weird body, man.
That guy's got a weird butt.
he's what's funny is like he's kind like Batman the Animated Series where he's kind of like a triangle. Ben Affleck is like the real life version of that. He's kind of a triangle. Action adventure, sci-fi, fantasy, English. Came out March 25th, 2016. I think I went to the Friday showing like in the morning. It was the first showing the movie theater had. If it's possible to do it, always do a morning show because those are still like $10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's still
super.
It is super cheap. There's usually no one in the theater. Ray and I are gonna go watch Superman at 9:55 in the morning.
Oh boy.
Having popcorn that early is a little weird. A budget $250 million. God, it feels like so much. It is. It is so much, but it just feels like maybe they could have done it for. In the U.S., it grossed $330 million, and worldwide $874 million. So it is, by all accounts, a success financially. Starring Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Jesse Eisenberg, Diane Lane, Laurence Fishburne, Jeremy Irons, Holly Hunter, and Gal Gadot. Now we transition into the Recap Rewind, where we rewind and give you, the audience, a little bit of a recap. The Ultimate Edition is 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So, Tristan, Godspeed, and I support you in any way you did this.
I may have just kind of given up halfway through.
You know why? I would have too. All
right. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, is an extended cut of the theatrical version of the movie, adding 30 minutes to the runtime. However, only about 10 minutes of the extra content is necessary to provide the context that would make the original movie a more enjoyable experience. Instead, we get Zack Snyder's love for slow motion nothingness, but hey, at least it looks cool.
Hey.
It begins with an older Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, narrating a flashback that gives us the usual Bruce is traumatized by his parents' murder, and with the added context of Thomas Wayne's last word being Martha, as he calls out to his wife. And then slightly older young Bruce runs through the forest and falls down a shaft, only to get lifted by the holy bats of the forest who bestow him the power of flight. Just joking. It's a dream, I guess. So wait, who's Bruce talking to? What's the significance of these magical dream bats other than to deliver a much less poetic version of Why Do We Fall from the Nolan verse? Remember Man of Steel? Well, guess what? Bruce was there, and he called that guy, I don't know who he was, but he was in the Metropolis Wayne building to tell him to clear the building, in which Paul, what's his face, calmly says, okay, everyone, evacuate the building. There is a giant machine outside, flattening the city, buildings falling down around them, and they are still just in the building, not trying to flee. What is happening? Bruce bravely or stupidly runs into the debris of falling buildings, saves a girl, pulls an employee out of the rubble, and ends up in it. And the scene ends with him angrily looking into the sky as Superman fights Zod. 18 months later, Lois Lane is going to interview a terrorist in the middle of the desert. She's accompanied by Jimmy Olsen. He's here, but he's actually with the CIA. And Lois was only a pawn in the bigger governmental scheme to locate the general. Jimmy is killed and Lois taken hostage. The general had hired mercs who end up shooting and burning everything around them. The U.S. military decide to just bomb the place for some reason, and Superman arrives just in time to stop it and save Lois. Back in the U.S., Senator Finch, Holly Hunter, is trying to hold Superman accountable for acting outside the laws and rules of governing bodies. A survivor of the attack in the desert claims that Superman is to blame for the deaths of all the innocent people. Back in Gotham, Batman has become old and jaded, and he's taking things too far, branding his victims, which ultimately is a death sentence once they get into prison. Alfred, Jeremy Irons, tries to hold Bruce accountable for letting things get out of hand, but Bruce has no remorse for his actions, motivated by the uncertainty and fear of what it means to have godlike beings falling from the sky. That's the biggest takeaway from this movie. Its thesis pertains on the concept of good versus evil, deities, and the question of whether being with great power can wait. The question of whether a being with great power can truly be good. Batman fears a being who's seemingly unstoppable, whose actions cost the lives of many innocents. To him, Superman must be stopped, as he is a threat to mankind. The government seeks to control Superman and question, can and should someone with such power be allowed to act without being governed? Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, seeks power for himself, to take the power of the gods and wield it as he wishes. And Superman, Henry Cavill, struggles with the what Harvey Dent posed in The Dark Knight. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Is it possible for a good man to stay good? A series of events too convoluted to mention here lead to Superman distrusting Batman because he's sending inmates to their deaths, and Batman seeks a space rock that Lex Luthor has been running tests on, which appears to be the only weakness of Superman. The movie gives a lot of will they, won't they tension, and all we want is for the two handsome men to kiss. I mean, come on, just kiss already.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There's a car chase with Batman on the surface looks really cool, but is a complete mess of a scene that ends with Superman telling him to back down and Batman threatening to make Supes bleed. Superman finally agrees to appear in the Capitol for a hearing, but the building explodes. This is the final straw for Batman, who is blinded by his complete mistrust of Superman, and he breaks into LexCorp, steals the kryptonite, and creates a weapon to fight Superman. Lois is kidnapped by Lex, who's been behind everything the whole time, and then pushed off a building. Superman saves her and confronts Lex. Lex says, "Kill Batman or I'll kill your mother." Superman goes to try to ask Batman for help, but the Bat just wants to fight. And he, being Batman, manages to get the upper hand over the Man of Steel and is about to give the finishing blow when Superman pleads that he save Martha. This sets Bruce off, and they become best buds because their moms have the same name. Superman explains everything, and Bruce promises to save Clark's mom, Martha. Meanwhile, Lex has taken Zod's body, activated the Kryptonian ship, and uses it to create an abomination, Doomsday, a creature created from Zod and Lex's blood. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, she's been here the whole time, team up to fight Doomsday. The only way to defeat him is to use the kryptonite spear that Batman had created. Superman sacrificially uses the spear and kills the beast, only to be stabbed through in his weakened state. Batman vows to do better, and Superman is dead. Or is he? But who was Bruce talking to? Why is he narrating? Who's telling this story? Did the thing with the Flash actually happen? Does Bruce have powers of premonition? Who's telling this story?
And the congregation said, "Amen." Oh yeah. Hey Tristan.
Hey Mike.
What'd you think of the movie?
This movie is okay. Man of Steel was just frustrating the whole time.
Right.
This movie is confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talked about it last week. Zach, call him Zach because we're buds.
Yeah. Senor Snyder.
He likes to create moments. He builds his movies around moments. There are a lot of really cool looking moments that happen in this movie. And there are moments where you're like, that was awesome. That was really cool. But if you start to look at it, it's like, why is this happening? What is happening? Why is it happening? Why did it happen that way? And so it's confusing because it's like, there's things that I kind of like about it.
Right.
But then it doesn't do it like fully the way that it should have been done. Like, I don't know. It's a frustrating movie for the reasons of, oh, I'm excited. Wait, hold on. Am I excited? Yeah, I'm excited. No, well, hold on. Like that feels like the whole movie.
Here's a really terrible metaphor. It's like seeing the event that occurs when you stick a fork in a power socket. But then when you like zoom out of the situation, you see that it's like an adult giving a child the fork and telling them to do it. Because you're like, oh no, none of that is good.
Yeah.
There's nothing good in that. Mm-hmm. But the explosion that happens when the fork hit, that's cool.
Yeah.
That looks cool. Objectively, it looks cool. Uh-huh. Everything surrounding it Not good.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. I came into this movie honestly really trying to like it. I was like, I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe the last time I watched it, I think when I first watched it, I tried to find it. I don't think the website, the blog that I had where I was trying to like review stuff when this movie came out, I can't find it. With that said, I think I had like a middle of the road positive view of the movie. I honestly don't remember the last time I watched this movie. So I can't tell you if I had an actual negative. I just had the negative, the negative perspective that the zeitgeist has about this movie.
Yeah,
outside of the Schneider chuds out there who are trying to make everyone think that the new Superman movie is going to be bad just because it's not as angry as they are at their life. With that said, I hate this movie. This movie sucks on so many levels. It does have little sparks that are very neat. Let's go ahead and get the good stuff out of the way. Hans Zimmer nailed it again. Some of his themes are so cool. Like I really like them. They make the Man of Steel theme kind of lame.
Yeah.
So let's check out some stuff.
Which, I mean, we'll have to listen to it here. Excuse me. But the Batman theme that happens in this movie feels very similar to the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Oh, which one is that? I don't know which one that one will be.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
these are all named super weird. It might be The Beautiful Lie or Their War Here. No. Day of the Dead. I already can figure that out. So this is Lex Luthor's theme. We're going to start with this because I low-key love this theme. It's not complicated, but it's done in the right way where it feels maniacal, but also feels kind of elegant. So let's see. Little piano intro. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's just chords. It's just running through chords, but like it feels
evil.
It feels evil. It feels right. You know? Another winner. Oh, crap. Here we go. Yeah.
It's just so cool.
It's rad. I wonder if this is the one you're thinking of. This is the Do You Bleed?
You will.
You will. No. This also, he did this with Junkie XL, which is that like a electronica guy?
He's I mean, you're looking up his stuff. He's I think he's kind of a DJ, but he has done so many soundtracks.
He's done a lot of soundtracks. Holy crap. Is he like a composer or just like a guy? Let me see. Hold on. I am going to play a Sonic song. Hold on. I think he's just a composer.
But Junkie XL is
feels like such a DJ name.
Yeah.
Shows what I know.
I don't know why he's the way that he
there
is.
There were, let's see. No, I don't know.
I don't remember.
This one kind of has that vibe.
This a little bit.
Is it the theme that's happening through the beginning of the movie?
I don't remember when I noted it.
Yeah. Because none of these look.
No, it was a little bit later in the movie where I was like, oh, that kind of, and it's not totally there, but there's more similarity between this one and the new one than any of the old ones.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one it is.
But I can't remember which one it was. Not helpful.
No. Well, and they're not labeled. It's not like this song for Batman.
Yeah. Although some of the Lex Luthor's theme is, and like some of them are.
But some of the music was real cool. I liked it. I liked the music. Mm-hmm. I like the music more than any of the other stuff that Hans Zimmer had done previously.
Mm-hmm.
He really had some moments to really shine.
Yeah. And I think that there's ability to create themes, like specific themes for characters that feel different.
Yeah. And you want that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it made the like Superman kind of theme, or the Man of Steel one, I guess, kind of, it was almost lethargic in the moment, where it was doing the job, but it just didn't have as much motion behind it as some of the other themes.
Yeah, this felt more like cinematic composition rather than atmospheric.
Right. Anything else good?
I think there are a lot of good players that were put into action here.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about the characters and the actors when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think visually in the moments, I don't think the CGI aged well.
Mm-mm.
It looked kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a lot of people point to Justice League as kind of atrocious CGI.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of like, it started before that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of this looked whacked.
Yeah,
like it looked bad.
There's some bad stuff in this one. And I think like some of it is just the CG and probably how much time they gave them to do it. But there's also this element of the way that Zack Snyder likes to create the comic book feel.
Right, which some of those aspects were cool.
Overdo it, and sometimes he does it really well.
And sometimes he does not.
and sometimes.
All right. Anything you can think of, like on a general sense?
In a general sense. I think there's some like visual concepts, like the Batcave is a pretty cool Batcave in this one.
Yeah, I liked. Okay, we could talk about that. I like some of the set design.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the set design is cool. Yeah. I like Bruce's house or his like lake house thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is on the property of the Wayne property
I
manor,
guess.
Which is a weird build. I guess the idea that you would build the manor so far away from the lake, like you would build the house closer to the lake.
Debatable.
Really?
I don't know.
Do you know that, or are you just saying that to... I don't like that one. Let's see. I mean, the interior sets all looked really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't really have any complaints about the interior. The exterior, sometimes it was good, and sometimes it was like, what are we looking at?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep.
I had a thought and it escapes me. But one of the things that bothers me about this movie from a visual perspective.
Okay.
The color grading is like all over the place.
Yeah. It was one of those things where I remember everyone kind of shitting on Zack Snyder about his what is it? Like the contrast is off and whatever. There's some shots where it looks normal, where the color doesn't look that bad. And then there are some shots where it's very apparent that he was like, no. Turn it down. No. Warm it up a little. Warm it up a little. It's like, it's pretty warm.
Yeah. So there was a lot of scenes, especially like indoor at night.
Yeah.
Had this green in the shadows, a yellow in the highlights, and just kind of created this murky kind of feel, which was a strange choice. There are some shots that are like the wide shot is one color, and then the close up is
another color. Yeah.
And it's like, hey, these shots are not part of the same scene.
Yeah.
Like they don't look visually connected from the sense of how they was colored.
And where Christopher Nolan takes full advantage of darkness, Snyder has none.
Yeah.
There's no shot in this movie that is truly like dark.
That's interesting. Yeah. Because there are even the dark moments
are pretty bright.
Like you can see everything.
Yeah. Which to me kind of betrays the comic books a little bit, because the comics like to emphasize darkness. They tend to emphasize darkness more because, one, it's easier to play with the shadows than it is to play with color. So they'll ink more to kind of create shadow and darkness and true blacks than, give you an appearance of this is dark, but never truly making it dark. This movie never really gets dark. Even the nighttime shots are like, this is so bright. I don't know how Batman hides in the shadows when you can see him clearly.
Yeah, for the first time that we see the police officer like walking into the room, it's not a high ceiling.
It's not a high ceiling, and it's not dark. How he didn't see him is crazy.
It's like, dude, there's a guy crouched in the corner.
And even how they had him like on the wall, it's almost like an animal getting caught doing something it's not supposed to do, where it's like, Alrighty. Same with the other one. I took notes. Mm-hmm. I kind of like how we did it last time. So, did you take any notes?
I meant to, but then I didn't.
Okay. We can just go through mine because I feel like some of the stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, hold on.
I'll go ahead.
Before you go, the mental note before I lose it. Zack Snyder. Okay. Movies in general like to play. It's become a more modern film thing of playing with the aspect ratio in the movie.
Had I never noticed that before? That blew me away.
It happens, and it is often you'll have the typical 16:9 ratio kind of thing. And then when people are using the super wide angle cameras, the big IMAX ones, you get those letterboxes that come in that create the super narrow but really wide shots.
Right.
Some movies do a good job of it's consistent
transitioning throughout. That. But yeah.
Some movies will transition the thing where it's you don't even notice it because the bar just slowly grows or shrinks or whatever. And those are really well done and they're cool. And sometimes they visually represent something that's happening in the story.
Right.
For the most part, unless it's done really well, it actually bothers me when I notice it. If it happens that I don't notice it, it's whatever. But when I do notice it, I'm like, why are we doing it? Why did we not make a consistent look for this movie? Zack Snyder plays with that a lot.
Yeah.
To the point that he even uses 4:3 at the end of this movie. And
I don't remember that.
Pisses me off.
I don't remember that. And when it happened, I was blown away because I don't know how that enhances the shot.
It doesn't. For those of you that don't know the ratios and everything, 4:3 is old square television. And it's and he did the entire Snyder cut of Justice League in that ratio. And
which I don't understand why he did that. Our TVs aren't made to make that look good.
Yeah. It's a weird choice.
Does that change the definition?
No, it doesn't change.
It just squeezes the side. It's still 1080 or 4K, but it just squeezes the frame.
Well, it's cutting off the sides of the frame.
Well, I know it's technically not 1080p because 1080p is the combination of the rectangle creating the amount of pixels within the shot.
It's still
so it is shrinking it, but it is per the screen the same.
Yeah, but that type of thing though, it's filmed in 4K or whatever K they were filming it in.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
not
they
filmed in square.
Cropped it.
Right. Which is stupid. I don't understand. I don't get the artistic justification for it, I guess is the best way to put it. I just don't fully grasp that. And that could be my fault. And maybe I've never heard him fully explain that. It just doesn't feel.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to why he's made that decision. And I'd like to hear it from him of hey, to you, why does this communicate what you want it to communicate? And then another thought before you get into your notes is acknowledging that we watched the extended version. It does add context. I mentioned this. It does add context that actually makes some of the things that happened in the original cut oh, that's why this exists. But I don't know if it's worth 30 additional minutes of content.
Someone said something once, and it was like, I just put my notes into what's it called, a document form, and numbered all the bullet points. I have 176 bullet points. I heard someone say, and it was, if you have a bad movie that needs an extended cut to explain things that happen in the theatrical cut, you still have a bad movie. No matter what, it's still a bad movie.
Or you cut the wrong stuff.
Right, which he may have. Alrighty. You ready? Let's get through it. We'll be fine. Right out the gate, it's so annoying that I love these characters and I already dread watching this movie. Number 2, worst CGI leaf ever. Those leaves through that look so atrocious. They look like PS4 cutscene leaves. They've got the like uncanny glaze to them.
Yeah.
Oh God. Another retelling of the Wayne's death. Number 5, or it's number 6. I'm going to call it number 5 because I'm not going to remember. The title of the movie is number 1. So, number 5, moments. Number 6, the killer looks regretful, but the action was all but accidental. So when he locks in the pearl necklace, his face is like, I'm going to kill this woman. And then he shoots, and then the director or whoever tells him, act surprised. And it's like, no, dude, you locked that lady's necklace in your gun and you fired.
Yeah, it's crazy. Point blank. The shot of like the pearls exploding because of the gun, like that's a kind of a cool shot, but it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that he was like, I'm gonna shoot this lady in the face.
And the slow motion makes it look like he's like, I'm gonna lock it right, and there it is. That's the right angle. This is gonna be great. And then he shoots and he's like, oh God, what have I done? Number 7, Martha. Lame. I don't know, man. Is that in the comics? where they retell the death of the Waynes, and the only thing that Thomas Wayne says is Martha, like his wife.
I don't think so. I mean, every time
it feels like
a different thing that he says.
Yeah, but it always feels like he's trying to comfort Bruce. And this one is, hey, Bruce. Nothing.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Also, interesting that Thomas tries to fight in this one.
Like explicitly.
Yeah, it's not like hey, I'm trying to de-escalate this situation. I'm trying to protect my family. It's a fist swing.
That's because men don't communicate. Men fight. And that comes in later.
That's this entire movie.
It is. Why is he floating? Oh, it's a dream. But why is everything such a vivid memory?
Why is it a dream?
Quotes, in the dream, they took me to the light. A beautiful lie. What's the lie? Being Batman? Justice? Vengeance? That's cool. Without context, what's the lie? And guess what? This movie never goes back to that.
No.
So what is a beautiful lie?
When you start a movie with 10 minutes of this flashback that is giving you this poetic, like, things fall when they fall, and when they fall, they're fallen. Like, that's basically exactly what he says. And it's supposed to have this like poetic something. They never finish the poem.
Right.
Like, there's no end to it, because that is setting up like, this is what we're telling in this story. But do we truly get that at the end? Because we get the kind of the opposite of that feeling of like, hey, things have fallen, but there's still hope. So we get like this inverse but not fully connected ending.
And I would argue that that's just like forced.
Yeah.
Okay. Cut to Bruce and the Man of Steel. Next one. You'd think more Jeeps would have been sold from this. Number 14. Again, the people of Metropolis are stupid. 15. This just reminds us that Superman has so much blood on his hands. 16. Bruce is doing the things Superman is supposed to be doing. So the moment where Bruce is getting people into safety and out of harm's way, that's what Superman is supposed to do. Like, that is Superman's job. His job, he cares, he's supposed to care more about the innocent than necessarily getting a good punch into the bad guy. Wait, why did Bruce take so long to get to Metropolis? It's on. Oh no! I didn't realize this while I was watching it, and now based on that, why did he take so long to get Metropolis? It's just across the river.
It's just across the way.
And why, with an alien invasion, did he not take his bat plane?
Yeah, why is he not Batman?
Why is he Bruce? That makes no sense. Number 18. 18 months later. Number 19. How is there kryptonite on Earth?
Because of the meteor shower.
No. Krypton exploded millions and millions of years ago. There will not be any kryptonite on this planet. And note, I'm sorry, no, it didn't. It is millions and millions of light years away, but because of the phantom jump, the phantom whatever, they got to Earth in moments. So it happened in real time. So we will not see any debris from kryptonite until millions of years from now. So there's no way that kryptonite would be on Earth.
Yeah, it was kind of unclear of how it got there. Like, is it from the
It's on
terraformer? Is it from, like, was what that machine was doing? Did it create?
But why would it create kryptonite? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, man. We're just grasping here.
I would assume that's the argument, that it's coming from the terraformer. But I don't feel like the terraformer would have had enough production to create diamonds.
Yeah, unless there was something like, unless there was stuff inside of the terraformer, and when it exploded or whatever happened, it left. Like, I don't know.
They really are trying to avoid that. Because what they should have done is, you know why I think this is a problem? I think this is a problem is because Zack Snyder, when he first wrote Man of Steel, had no fucking clue what he was going to do. And it felt like in Man of Steel, he actively avoided the idea of kryptonite. And because of that, he had no justification for it. Because what should have been shown in the movie that would have explained this perfectly is when the original ship, the original Clark ship, did the phantom jump because it jumped at the point of the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Or did it? Or did a few days go by?
No, because he goes and then the planet explodes.
It makes no sense.
But they could
unless there was, because they said that the Phantom Zone was disrupted because the planet exploded.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it could have been on Zod's ship.
Yeah,
but then it would have been in Metropolis.
Or like, I don't know if.
No, but then his ship got sucked up by the Phantom Zone.
But there was the other one.
But that wasn't his ship. That was one he got from a different planet.
That one's from a different planet. So that one had it because it was from a different planet.
The kryptonite makes no sense.
What if like it went into the Phantom Zone, right? When Phantom Zone glitched, Zod came out, some explosive debris went in, and then when they got sucked back into the Phantom Zone, nope, that's still in Metropolis.
That's what I mean. I guess their explanation would be the terraformer. Like that would have to be it. And if that's the case, I guess whatever. But
sure,
it feels like it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Number 20. Cut to another scene. We've cut to like 9 different scenes within the first 15. No. So after Bruce's memory and after the Man of Steel recap from Bruce's eyes, it jumps like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, here's some island, here's some this, here's some this, here's some this.
The island scene is kind of pointless because
they never should have had it.
We don't see any of those people
if
again.
If we would have never known where it was coming from, it wouldn't have mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still think you could have had the white Portuguese storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still would have worked because you could have just said that people had it from, some smugglers had it from the original ship or something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone could have done something like that, but this gives us a locale and it was underwater as though it had been there a long time or something like that, you know? Number 21. Who the fuck is Jimmy Olsen? Very unceremonious. Another thing to top off that like Zack Snyder hates like the Superman franchise.
I remember the first time I watched this movie being like, Jimmy, and then just shoot him. And I was like, oh.
And then right after that, I said, Lois Lane is being a dick. She is just like mean to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number 23, it shows the Russian guy. And I said, scary white guy. Got to have a movie with a scary white guy. 24, the CIA twist is so stupid. Adding on to that, I know the government sucks, but the idea that they would lead the most popular journalist in the world into a death trap is kind of a wild thing.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes it hard to suspend disbelief when you're like, oh, that's a cool twist. Wait, wouldn't people be really concerned with Lois Lane?
Yeah, but that's also the whole thing was manipulated by Lex Luthor.
I know, but it still doesn't make any sense. They were betting a lot that Superman would get there.
Yeah, the fact that they were willing to sacrifice her was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, before we get to this one, I will amend it with this one. And it is, maybe I wrote it down. Maybe hold on. No, I didn't write it down. Don't tell us that Superman is Superman. Show us that Superman is Superman. The first thing we see is Superman dropping everything he has to go save Lois.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's all we see until Mexico.
Yeah.
And then even then, it's framed super weird, that montage.
So weird.
Nowhere in the two movies do we see Superman being Superman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 29. He didn't kill all the bad guys, but he for sure killed that one main guy. The main terrorist guy. Like, Superman didn't kill all the others, but he definitely killed someone that day.
That guy's dead.
Super dead. He went through 2 brick walls. Maybe I'm naive, but I don't think those blowtorches would have caused that kind of damage to the bodies. They were blowtorching for like a few minutes. And there looked like one body went through a barbecue for like 18 hours.
Yeah, it's kind of like Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Yeah. Yeah. They had stormtrooper ass fire. Number 31, football. 32. The idea that Batman would scare the victims is out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because in that scene, the victims were more afraid than the criminals were.
Yeah, they were like, he saved us, but don't let us out because he's still here.
Which doesn't feel like any rendition of Batman. 33. No way that cop didn't see Batman when he walked into that room.
It's like
he's so bright.
There's 2 things that you're gonna see: a dude chained up and a dude
and a very well lit Batman. 34. Why is he climbing like a cockroach? Like he
scurried out of there.
He looked so unnatural. 35. Oh, this is when she's taking a bath. The water changed levels between shots. So she has the first shot where she's like holding her knees and she's like covering her naked body. And the water is, for rough estimate, like somewhere down her torso. Below her chest. And then the next shot, which is her, like, there's no change in time. It literally is her adjusting or whatever. Maybe Clark walked in, but it wasn't that long.
And she's like putting
the water is like up to her neck. Like they filmed the first shot for the shot. It's like, we want to see you like sitting this way. We want to make it very obvious. Clark's inability to just explain his side of the story is a weird issue.
Right?
It's super weird that he can't just be like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, when I got there. Oh, did I not write it? Did I write it? Oh, I skipped a bunch. Oops. But this actually connects to it. I know the government sucks, but they wouldn't send the most popular journalists. Next one. So the security double-crossed the terrorists. Okay. 27. That drone is going so slow. Number 28. Before Superman gets there, we already had a scene, a previous shot prior to this, that the U.S. had satellites on that camp and saw everything, but somehow didn't see the security guards double crossing the terrorists and doing the whole plan. They showed a clear camera on the camp.
Yeah.
because they were tracking. They saw Jimmy Olsen get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they didn't see anything else.
They just turned off the screens after that.
And so back to the bath, his inability to explain his side of the story. How did he not notice it?
Right.
He would have heard it, but he didn't. This is such a bad plot hole.
It's like he just left.
Yeah. He's like, sorry, guys. I had my AirPods in. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I flew into a guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even know Lois was in trouble. I was just in the neighborhood.
She was there.
They didn't manicure his body hair as much.
Mm.
He had a lot more tummy hair.
For the best.
What? Ben Affleck. What?
Sorry.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said kiss.
Ben Affleck, more like Buff Affleck. Number 39. Bitchy Alfred is the best.
He's so good.
Number 40. Tech douchebag Lex Luthor. I wrote it and then I deleted it because I got ahead of myself. But when he first tells the senator what he wants, I was like, man, I'm glad they cut that Jolly Rancher scene. And then I had to delete it and immediately go, that Jolly Rancher thing is so weird. I would have cut it.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't, I don't. Lex is trying to show intimidation. I just don't know how that does it.
It's backwards though. That scene doesn't make sense because Lex isn't manipulating this guy into giving him stuff. The guy's like, how can I help you?
Yeah,
and
because the guy wants something.
Right. And so Lex says, I'll do this.
He never offers him anything, does he?
No. He says, I want this. And he's like, you got it. And he says, and I want this. And he's like, weird, but okay. And then he shoves a Jolly Rancher in his mouth.
And offers the guy. Yeah, that scene is backwards.
Mm-hmm.
The guy has the power.
Yeah.
What he should have done instead of the Jolly Rancher is if he would have said, here's what I want. I want this and I want this. And then the guy could have been like, okay, and what could I get in return?
Mm-hmm.
And then him just go, that I don't absolutely destroy your career, fund your opponent in your primaries, and ensure that you never make a cent ever in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy could have been like, you got a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Jolly Rancher in the mouth? Like,
yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I kind of love the Lex Luthor theme.
Yeah.
Number 43. His translucent lab coat is dumb. His fashion was either really eccentric or just like skinny tech hipster.
Mm-hmm.
Go the whole way. Make him eccentric the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give him regular suits.
Mm-hmm.
Make him super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they build a Superman statue?
Yeah, there's strange.
Not enough evidence to show that he did something heroic.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be like, they're trying to make the like right wing news personalities and conspiracy. They're trying to make all these people feel real like bad about hating on Superman, but it's like, from what we have seen in the movie, what has he done that has been objectively good?
We've never seen this version of Superman making up for what he did.
Right. We've never seen him technically do like a a plain good thing for good sake. We haven't seen it. What has Superman done to actually win the population over? We have seen none of it. This is the world you're building, Zack Snyder. We have to see it. One, you're not doing a good job of inferring it. And then two, you've done nothing to show it. Is it okay for Bruce Wayne, as Bruce Wayne, to be at an illegal fight club?
Right.
It was just him.
He wasn't in disguise or anything, and that would have been the perfect time to be in disguise.
But he was not.
He was not. He was Bruce Wayne at an underground fight.
And if he would have been in disguise and he still could have had that conversation.
Right.
With the guy. He could have whispered to the fighter like he did, because that's what got the attention of what's his name?
Yeah. But now Bruce Wayne is on that guy's mind. Like, he's aware of him and like, oh, he's talking to me and telling, like, we're having conversations. Like, such a stupid thing.
Batman has been around for over 20 years. Why is this Clark's new obsession? Why is Clark like just hearing about this? Because we found out in the Man of Steel that Metropolis is like Kansas City compared to his Kansas town. They're very close. They're not very far away. And then Gotham City is just... So there's no way that even in Smallville, he wouldn't have known about Batman. But he's like obsessed, like he's the first person to hear about it. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Which maybe is why Perry is like... It
makes Perry look right.
Leave it, because this guy's been around for so long. Who cares anymore?
Like, and the cops are working for it. It's like, they got a fucking light. What do you mean? Yeah, of course he's working with them. God, they basically pay him. What do you mean? He's on the...
Like, they really just gotta be like, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah. And why are you this new? Why are you this naive?
Yeah.
You were in Smallville, not Krypton. Like, you grew up in Smallville. Clark's holier than thou does not work at all. His sudden infatuation with reporting on civil liberties being trampled does not work. Because the idea that Superman doesn't abide in the law because he's doing objectively good things. This movie has not shown him do an objectively good thing. He has not just saved someone without any kind of like collateral damage or anything like that. We get nothing. Not a thing. So it doesn't make sense. And even though Perry is technically correct, his assholery a little over the top. It's a little much. It's a little too much. I wrote this. Clark is the size of a truck and you're calling him a nerd? Right. They don't ever show Clark being clumsy or nerdish or anything like that. He's just got glasses on.
He's the hot guy with glasses.
Yeah, I'm like, he just doesn't want to pay for LASIK. What are you doing, man? Maybe he doesn't like contacts.
Yeah.
That's fair. You don't have to like contacts. But just to be like, it's 2016, and if you've got glasses, you're a nerd. Alfred has glasses. Is he a nerd?
A little bit.
Lex's obsession with his dad is weird. And we have to talk about that when we analyze his character.
Yeah.
But it actually is a detriment to the idea of Lex Luthor. Moving on. Zach, stop doing visions. Ugh. Jesse is a good crazy villain, just not a good Lex.
Yes, I agree.
If he was not Lex, he would have been perfect. No, there would be no issue. But it's because he's Lex Luthor that's the problem. No way Clark didn't know who Bruce Wayne was. Absolutely no fucking way that this man who is maybe 10 years older than him, who was literally the biggest orphan in the world, the most popular orphan in the world, and the world's biggest philanthropist, wouldn't have a blind spot. Oh, who's that? What do you mean, who's that?
Yeah. There's a Wayne building in Metropolis.
That joke that Bruce says where he's like, do I own you or the other guy? Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah.
You would know who the owner of your company is or your competitor's company.
Yeah.
Bruce is from Boston. That when he was doing when Mercy confronts him and he's like playing drunk, it was like, Ben, you're letting your Boston come out a little. He's like, I thought is this where the bathrooms were? Like, whatever Boston accent, it was like, oh, there it is. There it is. Duncan. And then I bring it up again. Jesse would have been a really good Riddler or Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Clark to talk about civil liberties? He destroyed a city. Most of the world doesn't share your opinion. Yeah, because... Oh, why would they? We haven't seen you prove anything otherwise. You haven't done anything. So this is, I don't know, about an hour into the movie. Everyone is bad. No one has moral high ground at all in this entire movie from this point, except for Alfred. Alfred's the only one that feels in any way, shape, or form noble. But no one else. Clark sucks. Lex, awful. Bruce, vindictive as can be. Perry sucks.
I do like that conversation between Alfred and Bruce, like early
Alfred's
on,
great.
where Alfred is like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?"
That might be the thing that we missed out in the beginning. Alfred is good. All aspects of Alfred, spot on. Jeremy Irons nailed it. He's a good Alfred.
Yeah.
This is the first Alfred that feels like Alfred.
Like fully, like in every aspect.
He is technically very smart. He is the voice of reason throughout the whole. Everything he says is reasonable. He's super helpful. He's the man in the chair, as he's supposed to be. I like it. I like Alfred. Everyone else, bad. There are no good people outside of Alfred, including Diana. And speaking of, why did Diana wait for Bruce to see her?
She was standing there, wasn't she?
And she was looking in the door. It was not like she was walking. She was stationary. And just was waiting for him to look, and then she turns and disappears. Superman in Mexico. I hate that scene because I write literal white savior. And then this is when all the news reports are happening, and I wrote Superman is controversial in this world because he has done a lot of meh. Like, it would be hard for someone to argue that the things he did were good. I think someone could say, well, he stopped Zod. Someone could make the argument Zod was there literally because of him. So without him, never would have happened. Going slightly further on that thought is simply he never really saved anyone just for the sake of saving someone. There's so much collateral damage with Superman. I'm interested to see what this new Superman does. Like, will I have that same opinion? But in this version of it, so much collateral damage.
We need a Superman who's like Jackie Chan in a museum.
Yes.
He's going to fight the bad guys, and he's going to keep every piece of art from falling.
And that's not to say that like he can perfectly prevent catastrophic damage to buildings. But from what we've seen in Man of Steel, he didn't give a shit about civilians at all. There was never a point where he made a point to like, oh, there are civilians here. Maybe I should move this shit somewhere else.
He's blind to what is happening
ants to him.
This
just makes Batman seem right, which is not good. I didn't write that.
Because Batman is a bad guy. Like, he's meant to be a bad guy.
But you're kind of like
this movie.
You're bad, but you're kind of right.
Yeah.
This is the Black Panther conundrum. Because what's his name?
Killmonger.
I was like Michael B. Jordan, but that's not his character. Killmonger is kind of right in a lot of aspects. Looking at it, morally ambiguous, but kind of to the point. He has validity. Bruce has validity. This Superman montage should have started the movie.
Yes.
That's what should have started the movie. This movie is edited poorly.
It is, yes. Like, it doesn't make sense for this to be
I
in
guess
the middle.
not edit as far as mistakes or whatever, but as creating a story. The timeline, the storyboard is all over the place.
Yeah, if we had started with the, like, Bruce in Metropolis, which establishes, like, his position on his feelings of what just happened. Right. Also, I've never watched these movies so close to each other. It was really interesting to be like, just watch Man of Steel. Now I'm watching this one.
Watching it back to back makes Clark seem worse.
It does.
Having that space kind of like make you forget some of the things, I think was actually helpful. Because this was 3 years after the original movie. And so unless you watched it back to back, you kind of evade some of that context.
Yeah.
Watching it back to back, he's worse. Like, he's worse because of it.
He's bad. Yeah. And what was it that I was saying?
We were talking about the storyboard editing.
Oh yeah. So if they had done that, and then it said 18 years later or whatever, or not 18 years, 18 months later, and then we get the montage of Superman doing good things.
Oh. Yeah, I think they should have skipped the Batman part. Or the Wayne retelling.
Bruce.
I think they could have fit that in somewhere else. But I think in this moment, it shouldn't have started the movie.
Yeah.
It's a moment. Like it's there for the moment, you know.
Yeah.
When go ahead.
No. It's like I think you're right in the sense of that montage needed to happen sooner, because that would have established a Superman doing quote unquote the right thing, and it's showing that to us, not an hour and a half into a 3-hour movie.
Right. My next point. Charlie Rose is a creep and is canceled, and thank God for it. 66. Is Clark projecting his own guilt onto Batman?
Huh.
Like, there's a lot of projection from Clark.
Interesting. Yeah. Because, like,
I think he's projecting his guilt because Man of Steel, as far as his actions are concerned, yes, it is true he prevented the Earth from being terraformed, but he failed because a city was demolished, people died, and it's on his hands. But we never get that. That would have been the best motivation for him, because he never finds conflict in that. If he would have been like, I was able to stop Zod, but I was the reason that a lot of people died. Oh, what conflict. That's a story. God, to have that kind of guilt and to do things to make up. And now you have a connection between you and Batman. You see Batman as like this guy who's doing this thing, but then the more you find out about Batman, the more you find out about Bruce, and then you realize, oh, we're doing the same mission. He wants to make sure no one ever feels that pain again, and I want to make sure that I am not in a position that caused that kind of pain again. What a story from there.
But that creates two characters who have a reason to actually connect to each other.
Right. Oh my God. Character development. What a fucking novelty.
Who knew?
Filling the movie with little side moments of the world media is too much. This movie is probably 10 to 15 minutes of shit happening on TV.
Yeah.
And you know what hit me was the Jon Stewart, because they did it so poorly. There was no laugh track. John just looked, and it sounded like he was just talking to an empty room. And we're supposed to feel like it's fun. Put a laugh track in. Make him funny, because it's not a funny joke.
No.
You made Jon Stewart read something that wasn't funny. He didn't write that. And if he did, John, listen to the words I'm saying. Reflect, buddy. That was rough. It's not your strongest moment.
There was that. What was the other one that was like?
There was the
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That was the one I said. Superman is controversial. That happened earlier. But yeah, they had that one, and it's that thing. What did we talk about? I feel like we've had this conversation before of the danger with exposition. It is better to show than to tell. That feels like, people would probably make the argument that feels like you're showing because it's the world's response to it, but you're still telling. It's all exposition.
Yeah.
68. Gal Gadot is a bad actor. She's bad. More reasons than one, but she is a bad actor. 69. Nice. Wonder Woman is. Let me see if I can. This was the scene where he goes, I've seen a lot of women like you. And she's like, you've never seen a woman like me. And I was like, Wonder Woman is not special. Batman has faced many women who have defied time and logic.
Yeah.
Like, his rogues gallery is full of people. She's a god. Who cares? You're talking to Batman. You're not talking to, like, Iron Man.
But she doesn't know that.
That line just felt really stupid to me. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Her line about little boys is dumb. That whole conversation is very stupid.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be flirtatious. I think it's supposed to be.
But it's not.
It's not. And then it doesn't make any sense. Because she goes, you know what they say about little, I don't know what the line is exactly. But it, you know what they say about, it is true about little boys. They don't know how to share. Something to that, that extent. Why are you, so I'm speaking to Diana, the character, and I guess this is to the writers as well. But why, Diana, are you telling this man this weird thing about not sharing and then saying you put the thing in his glove compartment? Why would he know? Why would he have any idea of who you are as a person? It is safe to assume that you stole it. He has no reason to believe otherwise. So that snarkiness doesn't make any sense at all. Not a lick of sense.
You know it's true what they say about little boys, born with no natural inclination to share.
Well, sure, because you're not sharing. You didn't ask for it. You stole it.
You stole it, and then you put it somewhere and hid it from him.
I also don't like it. It kind of makes me upset because it makes Diana kind of look dumb. But it's like, I stole this thing, but I gave it back to you because I'm too dumb to open it. That's essentially what she's saying. Yes, it is military grade encryption. She's 100 and something years old.
She hasn't
figured out the forefront of technology. She seems to use emails just fine. I know that's a dumb comparison, but I will I actually come back to that point in a moment. Let's see. Oh, Zach, stop having visions like they mean something. And then I wrote, Zach just wanted to show Batman shooting people. And then I wrote, is Batman a god? Is he having premonitions?
Right.
So, if we break down this scene a little bit, he has... Here's my problem with this scene. If he had the vision of Superman being a dictator god and killing Bruce for no reason, I think it would have worked. I think it could have worked. I think it would have made sense. I don't think you could have a problem with it. He just had a bad dream of what he feels.
What he's fearing.
Yeah. But that is Darkseid's logo. Those are Darkseid's minions.
Yeah.
So why would he have any clue who Darkseid is?
Right.
There's been no evidence of that whatsoever.
Right.
Furthermore, when the Flash comes in, no. In the dream, before the Flash vision or whether it happened or not, Superman says, you took her from me. You took everything from me.
Yeah.
Why would Batman know anything about that? Superman could have said nothing and the scene would have made sense.
Right.
Superman could have just been like, you've been trying so long to kill me. I'm going to make sure that never happens again.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. That's all you need to say. Then the vision wouldn't have been confusing. It would have just been a dream. But then we have the Flash thing, which the Flash then says it's Lois. And his verbiage makes it seem as though the Flash is referring to the Vision, thus saying, hey, that thing he said, what you took from her, it's Lois. It's always been like, you were right about him. You were always right about him. Why would he have that dream? It would have had to have happened.
Yeah,
it was real.
And that's the part that's frustrating, is that he wakes up again and there's no evidence of it having happened.
Right. But it was real.
But
it had to have been.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense as a dream.
No.
He doesn't know who the Flash is at this point. He has not opened the files. He does not know.
He has no idea who that is.
He has no clue who that is. So that's why I'm saying, does he have premonitions? Is he a god? Is he connected to the supernatural in some way? But it's never explained. So we just have to assume it's a dream, but it doesn't make sense as a dream because his brain doesn't have this information. The post-apocalyptic God King Superman makes perfect sense if you eliminate the apocalypse stuff.
Everything else, yeah.
It was just so Zack Snyder can get off on having all of this stuff that he's always dreamed of having. Like, I can't imagine anything otherwise because it doesn't make sense to the story.
It doesn't add anything other than like he
just wanted to see Batman shoot people.
Yeah, you have the line, you have the Flash saying you've been right about him the whole time, which like doubles down on his feelings about Superman, but it doesn't actually add, like, you don't need that for him to do what he does.
Number 75. This movie is completely dependent on whether his dream is real or not. It hinges on that. Number 76. Krista. So is this a dream? Me. Exactly.
Had the same conversation.
78. So Lex is clearly manipulating both Clark and Bruce. Wait. Lex can get a guy in prison killed, impact the mail so Wally doesn't get his checks, manipulate not only Bruce and Superman, but Lois Lane and the U.S. government. But he can't smuggle a rock into the U.S.? That's his kryptonite, literally? And if you're trying to say he's doing all of this to attract Batman, that's also stupid because he attracted the U.S. government. He is creating a paper trail. He's the dumbest villain.
Yeah, it's presented in a way to make him seem like he's so smart, he's pulling all the strings, but like
he's literally like writing notes saying like, hey, I'm going to commit this crime. Bruce is too intense. This has, and this might be maybe too soon or whatever. This has preemptive strike written all over it. Like, it's the same logic. Everything Bruce is saying is about the kryptonite and making it a weapon, and the conversation he's having with Alfred. Alfred's right. But he's like, are you going to destroy it? And he's like, no, I'm going to use it. It's like, so you're going to kill the guy before he does anything? Like, what you think is, like, wrong? Like, because everyone thinks that I would have said, like, hey, that fool killed a bunch of people in Metropolis. We don't know if it was Zod. It could have been him. Are we sure that Zod destroyed all those buildings? What if it was him?
Mm-hmm.
There's no evidence to say otherwise. They don't go, after a year of deliberation and investigation, we have found that Superman was not at fault for this.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that. So from everything we've seen, it is like, why would Superman not be responsible for those things?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this world, where this world is so crazy. It doesn't make sense that anyone would be like, oh, thank God for Superman. 81. Wait, why is Metropolis Jail the feeding ground for Batman deaths? Everyone is trying to make Gotham seem like the hellhole.
But it's Metropolis.
But it's Metropolis where people are getting killed, thus tainting Metropolis, which is trying real hard to be like the better city. And it's like, yeah, your jail community is fucking violent. Like, what? How many shanks do you have a day in Metropolis? Mm-hmm. You're trying to say that Gotham is bad. The transfer to Metropolis doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then also, hold on. The Russian guy had to have gone through customs at some point. So he happened to be coming from this place where these terrorists got killed by Superman, and then he's also at LexCorp like all the time, like willy-nilly. And then he visits this prisoner who could then be implicated in the death of this other prisoner. No one's putting this together. Like, that guy's the most conspicuous person. He's not a, I'm using movie terms, I don't know how much. He's not like a cleanup guy. Mm-hmm. He's a very messy person.
He's pretty obvious about what he's doing.
Yeah. Ugh. Next. Also, Clark is taking the advice from a woman who is experiencing immense trauma, and he is taking that immediately to heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's nuts. And I say that because we as Americans have faced many a trauma. School shootings, mass shootings, police shootings, lots of shootings.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like there's subtext here. But you're never going to have like the good guy, not the good guys, but you're never going to have like an investigative team go to the relative of a victim and be like, so sir, your son was shot and killed. What should we do? Because that person's like, I don't know, kill him. What do you want? What? That's not how our justice system's built. It's not how probably any justice system should be built. And the idea that Clark, the strongest person in the world, and technically at this point, as far as we know, the universe, is then like, hey, this lady who is now a single mother who had probably a very abusive relationship with her husband told me that, I should talk with my fists more. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put that in the act. That seems crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. It makes Clark seem a little dumb and at best negligent to take that kind of advice.
Mm-hmm.
How do people not see Batman? He is so well lit.
Is that when he's standing on top of the thing?
He's so bright. His cape is
like a light shining on it.
Oh God, it's so dumb. That's not how you film that. I don't know, man. Maybe I couldn't do it better, but oof. Batman murdering people is kind of terrible. Why root for him?
Okay, that whole scene, that car chase, it doesn't make sense.
Why does he chase them?
Because
he put the tracker on it.
He puts a tracker on them.
He doesn't have to chase them.
And then he chases them, and then he grapples onto a car that he drags behind him that he knew he was going to use as a weapon. Like
that scene I hate in particular, because he like rams into it and is like, oh, he may have killed those people, and then he does the grappling hook and do that, and he's like, oh, he for sure killed those people.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then he does that, and then he just like launches the car onto the other car perfectly, as if he knew that was going to happen.
And it didn't really like land on it in too violent of a way. It just would have prevented one door from opening.
Yeah,
they should have taken that scene again.
Yeah, it was a weird. Yeah, I don't know why.
And then him driving through the building and then magically landing through it. Maybe his vehicle has the sensors that could have done that. But him smashing a guy.
Why would he ram into the truck that he was trying to track?
Why put the tracker on it in the first place if that was your plan to take it in transit?
Mm-hmm.
Your car would easily overcome all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that was your plan, you had no reason to track it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could explain the like driving through the building. Like, he could track it that way. But
like he did it.
That one scene could have used the exposition of Alfred is like, remember, you have to get it before it gets to LexCorp. Otherwise, this is going to get a lot more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Now we know. Now we know why he's doing this. He's trying to get it before it gets to LexCorp, because the security at LexCorp is probably going to be a little more intense than just this convoy.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy that like we see the tracker on the truck at the end, when it's like he totally could have just blasted through that tracker and then it's a pointless device.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he could have ran into it. Mm-hmm. It was sheer luck that it didn't.
It was inches away from.
Yeah. Batmobile is kind of cool. Oh, more dead guys. The civilian driver in the gas truck, probably dead.
Probably dead.
So he killed a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
Great. This CGI is very obviously CGI. This is where Clark finally confronts Bruce. Clark's threat is very stupid. His whole conversation with it, how he's approaching it, is very dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Superman went from put off to pissed off, and now that's his only emotion.
Mm-hmm.
He's only pissed off. That transponder is so obvious, LOL. Is that a Superman statue in Congress, or is it Liberace? When the Congresswoman is doing the what's it called? Media thing.
Mm-hmm.
Press conference. There's a statue behind her, and it has like a cape, and it like kind of looks like Superman, but it kind of looks like Liberace. Either or.
I didn't notice.
It made me laugh because I was like, is that Superman? And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, is that Superman? You should see if you can find it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Message from Martha Kent. Oh, this is my summation of her advice to Clark. There is no hope. That's her summation. Like, I was so upset with it. It was such a, maybe it's not a turn, but it felt like such a turn compared to, I guess, what she was trying to be in the previous film. Because she's supposed to be the counter to Jonathan's just hate of the world, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel. Be their monument. Be anything they need you to be, or be none of it. You don't owe this world a thing, and you never did. That to me is no hope. That to me is there's no point.
And it's like, hey, like, forget, who cares? Like all the things that we told you while growing up, who cares?
That's not a rallying call. That's not a anything. That's I don't.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
And then I said, wait a minute. Wouldn't this bullet delegitimize Superman's guilt? Wouldn't the amount of bullets that everyone's in, those bullets are in people. These random bullets, wouldn't that discovery alone be like, oh, Superman couldn't have done this. He doesn't shoot anyone. He doesn't need to.
Right.
None of this makes sense. Why didn't Lois call Clark?
Oh, like when she's trying to get to him?
At all.
Yeah.
Is Wally actually sending the checks back?
It's crazy to me that she ran to the hearing and sees him.
That's coming up.
Okay.
That's coming up. Is Wally actually sending these checks back? Why even have this scene at all? It's either Wally or Lex, but it doesn't matter.
But like, what is that? What motivation does that give?
It's supposed to make Bruce angry, but
about what?
I know exactly. Wait, did Lex say the oldest lie in America again?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a Jokerism?
You want to know how I got these scars?
You want to know how I got these scars? You know, the oldest lie in America. That's my. I'm slowly going into. What's his name? Oh, I'm blanking on his name. Former mayor of Minnesota, or governor of Minnesota, Ventura. I got lost. Oh, and then here's your point. Why didn't Lois yell?
Mm-hmm.
He would have heard her.
Mm-hmm.
If there was one person who would have heard her in a crowd, it was Lois. You know what's so fucking stupid I didn't write it? They spend all this friggin' time, Clark doesn't hear shit, and then the one time he hears pounding in the ground, he moves his butt to... You need to build that into the movie more. There's no way that congressperson would have ignored that jar of piss for that, like, 15 minutes she's sitting there before the meeting starts. It's there the whole time.
Yeah.
I would have smelled that instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Because they make a point of making her respond to it as though it's quite pungent. Mm-hmm. It's like, how did you miss that?
Mm-hmm. That's been in front of your face for a while.
Pee is very distinct.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't have smelled that and been like,
mm-hmm.
Must be.
And there's a mason jar
sitting in front of you.
It's like the first thing I would have spotted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first time that he says, do you know the oldest lie in America? He never actually says what it is. So he says, do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? Can I call you June? And then she says, you can call me whatever you like.
But no. I think the dialogue's longer than that.
Let me see if there's the longer version of this. Go on.
Okay. Also, I still hate that Mercy gets unceremoniously killed.
I know.
That feels unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? It really feels like they were like, well, we can't pay this actor that much more. Kill her.
Mm-hmm.
The idea Superman could be the fastest man alive and yet couldn't save a single person.
Mm-hmm.
He just took the explosion. Like, he didn't. Even if he didn't sense the bomb, the idea that he wouldn't have been able to move fast enough to save at least some people.
Yeah, there's a moment where the bomb goes off, cue Zack Snyder slow-mo, and he goes pew, 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 and like
tries to save some people.
Mm-hmm.
That is also another thing that like makes him bad.
Mm-hmm.
Makes this Superman bad. It's like saving people is not on the forefront of his mind.
Mm-mm. Which is, like, it's so weird that he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I do write it, but why would the explosion be Superman's fault? That makes no sense.
Right.
The fact that people are assuming that feels stupid. Hey, this scene with all the dead people and Clark feeling hopeless and guilt, that should have happened in the last movie.
It's interesting because he doesn't ever like really.
That is the first time he seems regretful.
Yeah.
About victims.
And like Lex, speaking of Lex being a bad villain,
yeah,
or a dumb villain, is like there's so much trail. Like the police were able to figure out that there were explosives on the scene. Like
his paper trail is crazy.
Yeah, it immediately says Superman isn't responsible for this, even though the scene is supposed to like suggest to the world, the greater world, Superman is responsible.
Right. There wouldn't have been a police, like a federal agent who would have had a press conference to say, like, based on the evidence, we can adjudicate that. Is that adjudicate? Is that the right word? But exonerate. Mm-hmm. We can exonerate Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why make the trail? Why make the metal in the wheelchair the same metal as the bullet that is strictly only used by LexCorp? That doesn't make any sense.
Paper trails.
And then to be like, oh, it's lined with lead. He didn't know. Oh, he didn't know. But that's fine. Why is the wheelchair made out of the same metal?
Mm-hmm.
You could have not done that. Why connect that? That points to LexCorp.
Mm-hmm. So dumb. All right. Let's.
Oh, this is when the weird newscaster lady with the big hair is like, why did Superman leave? It raises some question. Why would it raise questions that Superman left? Why? Why would he have to stay?
Mm-hmm.
Lex frames Wally. Lex planned for Batman to break in and steal the kryptonite, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a stupid plan. Let's see. John Kent did not dream of Superman. Period. Nowhere in either movie is Superman the dream of Jonathan Kent.
Mm-mm.
You can't just retcon that into the story. And he tries to say that. I think Martha says that. Something to that of like, he dreamed of you doing it. It's like, no, he didn't. He did not.
Mm-hmm.
He did not. I just wrote this. I don't remember what scene this is, but why would Lex know what to do? Oh, in the ship. in the Kryptonian ship. Why would he know?
Like he uses the fingerprints.
He seems to know exactly why. Why would he know that? What the fuck is up with this Bruce montage?
With the weights and everything?
Why are you going to push your body to the extent when you need your body fully ready?
Mm-hmm.
How long is time happening here? They make it seem like he's got like a week, but it feels like it's just a day.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the dropping the weights is supposed to be a cool thing, and it's just like, dude, why are you dropping your weights?
Yeah, calm down, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Lex give them superhero logos? Those were Lex Luthor's files. Why did he give them nice logos?
It's true.
Why would Lex want to clone Zod? What is the monologue the computer is giving when she's like, that is an ancient thing of an abomination, and there's not. Why would you know that? Lex, why would you know that? Why would the computer go through all of that to explain that? Why is that a setting? That shouldn't be a setting. If it's an abomination, don't make it a setting. Fucking stupid.
Make it say, I can't do that.
Yeah. Why is Clark moving so slow up the mountain? He walks so slow. There's no reason for it.
What's he doing?
That makes no sense. He should have flown there. They literally just, I think they did that scene just to have the
he's going to die.
Yeah. Are they in Peru or something? I don't know. He's speaking Spanish, so I don't know. But yeah, he's like, only people who are going to die go out there. It's like, oh shit. Is he gonna die? Superman being a co-conspirator makes no sense even without the evidence. It just doesn't make any sense. Rude comment. Why or how did... So what's the thing that Lois says that makes her have the revelation that Wally did not commit the crime? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
So she notices the fresh fruit.
Oh, she looks in the fridge.
And then the refrigerator.
She's like, he just bought groceries.
He didn't know he was going to die. If this is culturally insensitive, I apologize, but this is a thought I had because we're supposed to have Lois Lane, the greatest detective in the world, better than Bruce by all means. Where did it go? How did Wally hang all those things on the ceiling?
There's a lot of things hanging from the ceiling.
Lots. Not just curtains. Little strings. And a lot of them. All the evidence in his apartment feels planted. Yeah. It is planted, but it feels planted from someone who wasn't thinking, oh, this guy is disabled.
Yeah.
This feels like it was planted by someone who was like, I don't know, he's what, 6'2"?
He's the normal guy,
get the
right?
step stool. Like, the setup doesn't make sense. So the fact that she didn't walk in and go,
he didn't do this.
Why would he hang all those things up? That's weird. And then she could have gone to the fruit. Like, it should have been, this looks wrong, this looks wrong, this looks wrong. Then the fruit is like, he didn't know he was going to die.
Right.
That still could have worked. But the fact she went through the whole freaking room and never once was like, this is kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he showed his like athleticism at the Superman statue, like, but still, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Why connect the metals to Lex? Why make a paper trail? We've talked about that. Here we go. Fucking visions. Is this a new story that Clark is hearing, or one that John has already told him before? Yeah. Or is Clark literally talking to a ghost?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Because John's story sounds like it was the first time Clark had heard it before. Because he asked for an expansion of the story. If he would have told him a story of like, I've told you this before, but right, this is just this is his own development. But he told him like a new story. That doesn't make any sense.
Makes sense.
Stop doing visions. This also pissed me the hell off. She gave me faith that there was good in the world. Did she, Ghost John? Did she? Because every evidence we've had, you did not think highly of this world. At all, ever. Even being married to Martha. Didn't really seem like your thing. Why does no one scream when they're in danger? Martha could have screamed for help. She didn't. Clark would have heard that.
Yeah.
Lois had lots of times to scream.
And she didn't.
She didn't. No one screams.
It's like his hearing is only there when it needs to happen.
Which is a MacGuffin. Which is not good. How did they get away with this being the first Batman storyline? Like, how did Zack Snyder go to DC and go, hey, look, I got an idea. I don't think he sounds like this. I think he just sounds like a California dude, but I got an idea. We're going to introduce Batman, but we're going to use the storyline from The Dark Knight Returns. Wait, like the Frank Miller one? Yeah. The one where he's old and he has like a tank? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want that to be the first? Yeah. All right, here's some money, I guess. Like, how did they approve this?
Yeah.
No one in the writing phase was like, maybe we should give some context. Yeah. Maybe we should have a movie where Lex Luthor and Superman meet. And maybe we should have a movie where Batman, maybe they should have done Death in the Family. They should have done the one where whichever Robin it is gets killed. The thing that stones Batman's heart to make him not about vengeance, but about just beating people. And then we meet in the middle.
We needed 2 movies that happened before this one.
Yes, this should not have happened. Which city is Newark? Because they're 2 giant cities across the bay from each other. I would assume one is Manhattan and one is like Newark.
All right.
Because Clark goes to Gotham on ferry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they have to be relatively close. I would assume like one is like New York and one is New Jersey in some way, shape, or form. Which one is it? Which one?
Which one's which?
And is that bad? Superman is really bad at Supermaning. Oh, stop threatening people, Clark. All he does in this movie is threaten people. If I wanted to, you would have been dead already, or whatever it is. Like, yeah. I don't think he says that, but he threatens people. He threatens Lex. Yeah. He threatens Batman.
Yeah,
that's all he does
with Batman, and his way of doing that is, if I wanted to kill you, I could, instead of being like,
Jesus,
hey man, hey. It's I have my mom.
Yeah. How did Lex get those Polaroids?
Obviously,
because he is in Metropolis. She was kidnapped from Smallville, and then she was taken to Gotham. Mm-hmm. How did he get those Polaroids?
And where is Smallville?
Extra note. Were those Polaroids fake? Because she had writing on her head. She was all tied up. She was all...
And then that was actual...
And then they go to the next scene with her tied up. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She looks the same as she did when she got kidnapped.
Yeah.
So were those fake?
I guess.
But if you actually had kidnapped her, why fake them? This movie's so fucking dumb. Diana sucks. All right, we're going to speed round. We're almost there. Mm-hmm. No one stays good in this world. I mean, it's a pretty shitty world. No one seems to be good at all. No one started good in this world. The fact that Diana didn't help 2 years ago or didn't come out of her Superman or her Wonder Woman closet or whatever to help guide Clark in any way, shape, or form kind of makes her just as responsible for the deaths as Clark.
She needed to be the Uncle Ben that says, with great power comes great.
But she stayed hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably, because of that, she's responsible for all of the bad things that had occurred in this universe since World War I.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of email app do these people use? Because the interface from her email goes straight to the files and stuff. And I'm like, I have never had a single email look that efficient.
Yeah.
I've always had to go to a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even with like Microsoft and their drop, stop, whatever their storage is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
OneDrive.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
It's not just like a bloop bloop and like perfectly opens.
The Justice League files make absolutely no sense in this timeline at all.
Nope.
Then I said, Zack Snyder made the Justice League. He had full control of the story and he still fucked it up. Let's take note. Aquaman had all of his Atlantis gear.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been argued that his tattoos were his Atlantis gear.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen yet.
That hasn't happened yet.
2. The Flash. The Flash is the only one who you can kind of get away with because he always kind of has his powers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Cyborg. What was the explosion? What was the explosion? Zach. What exploded him? Zach. How did they get the mother box? Zach. None of that makes sense. None of that happened yet. Is there another person? And then Wonder Woman.
There's Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Wait, did the aspect ratio just change? Zack Snyder, 4:3, very stupid. Also, you know why it's extra stupid? Because they showed Batman looking up at Superman in 16:9, cut to Lois, and then cut back to 4:3. So they already showed a shot in the fight in 16:9.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pointless.
Wait, there's a 4-3 in the fight?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
There's a 4-3 in this movie.
I know there's a 4-3 during the funeral.
No, it's in the shot where
but I didn't realize that it's happening during the fight.
It's in the shot where right when the fight starts. So they have the shot behind Batman looking up at Superman, and then they cut to Lois, and then when they go back and show Clark first, I think, or they show Batman, one of the two, it's in 4-3.
Interesting. I didn't catch that one. But I later on I caught it, but I didn't catch that one. It's so weird.
It's
funny
dumb
because there's stills from the movie on IMDb of those scenes, and it was filmed wide frame.
That's the part I don't understand. Like,
and I think the original cut. I think the original cut is the wide frame. I think they cut it to the 4-3.
No, they did. That's
for this.
That's my issue. My issue at hand is that
it's a purposeful choice that he makes. Anyway, we got to speed run through these things. We're
hold on. I should be able to share this. So we have Lois. I'm going to go back. So here's the shot. Batman looking up at Superman. It is 16:9. Lois.
Yep.
Perry.
Damn roof. On the roof, Lois.
Stupid. Dumb line, Perry.
Where are we headed?
There.
She's pointing at the bat signal. 4-3.
That is, yeah. And 4-3.
Why? It makes no sense at all.
It's like, I guess I would get it if there were things that they had that were in frame that they're like, you know what, that's too distracting. We just want this.
Shoot, I can't remember it. Maybe it's Red, Retired Extremely Dangerous with Bruce Willis. They shot stuff that was supposed to mimic framing of a comic book, and it worked really, really well. All these people who really like comic books don't seem to do that. I'm like, that was the idea. All right. Clark sucks at conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Clark is a bully or a cop. That's how he acts. That's how he treats his conflict resolution. Batman is Lex Luthor. The comic book version of Lex Luthor is someone who he believes to be the epitome of humanity. He is the pinnacle. And with the introduction of Superman, his goal is to destroy Superman so he can then be brought back to that pinnacle. But with Superman in the picture, it cannot happen. That's what Batman's doing throughout this movie, essentially. This fight doesn't make a lick of sense. Wait, speaking of which, how did they land in the right building? Superman was the one who crashed them into a building, but they landed in the correct building. Running Superman into the pillars, probably holding the building up, probably not a good idea. There were 6 or 7 pillars.
Oh, when he spins them
around. That is probably weight bearing.
Yeah.
Bruce, your parents did not teach you that. Whatever he said, he was like, my parents taught me this. Like, no, they didn't. That's not what they taught you. And we have reached the worst twist ever. Bruce and Clark's moms are named Martha. Why did you say that name? Why would that change anything? Why would they burn Martha? He was getting the blowtorch ready. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why would he do that?
I'll do it.
I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, I think this is between Bruce and Clark and Lois and stuff. And I wrote, what is this dialogue? Or lack thereof. Next note, Alfred rocks.
Yeah.
This is when he's like, pardon me, sir, I was listening. It's like, yeah. Batman kills, but this time it's for good or something. I don't know.
That fight scene with Batman is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It doesn't really like fully make sense.
No, but it's like, oh, now Batman's fighting for the good guys.
Through the whole thing, I was like, okay, that guy's probably not dead, but he's probably permanently disabled.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's
okay, that guy's dead.
Broken arm. That's a broken arm.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that guy's severely injured. Oh, that guy is going into shock. Oh, that guy is really dead. The guy that gets hit with the crate is like, oh, he is for sure dead.
Yeah.
Batman exploding the tank to save Martha, really dumb. It's very dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate the sinner. I hate the sin, pointing to all of Superman. And I can't remember what movie it is, but it's like, you just pointed to all of me. Oh, is that How to Train Your Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, there's only one thing wrong with you. He's like, you just acknowledged all of me.
Yeah.
The Kryptonians are worse and are made worse because of Doomsday. Doomsday makes the Kryptonians worse. The fact that this was something that they created, and it keeps getting emphasized that they created it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. According to the dialogue, why would ancient Kryptonians have a solution for Superman?
Because they don't have that power.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have an ancient abomination that apparently has the power to kill a Superman of some type?
Uh-huh.
Also, it never sees the sun.
That's true.
The sun is on the other side of the planet.
So how does he become that powerful?
How does he get that radiation? I'm sure at night we're still getting some of the sun's radiation.
Mm-hmm. And I think they use the excuse of the nuclear bomb being like they nuke him and then he like evolves. So
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
It's my Gandalf. I'm assuming that the guy that we said was Martian Manhunter, I'm assuming he's the Secretary of Defense. Or is he SecNav?
I guess.
Or Secretary of the Air Force?
I don't know what he's supposed to be in this one.
He's a secretary. I know that for sure. I just don't know of what.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wrote, why does SecDef have CNN on? Are you telling me he gets all of his information from CNN?
Yeah.
What kind of Trumponian government are we running here? Why would the U.S. government give an absolute shit about Superman?
Mm-hmm.
This movie gives no evidence to it, and if we're going off the previous movie, it seemed like they were trying to mess with him. So why would they care about nuking him?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can Ferris make that kind of jump on rank in just 2 years? She went from being like a general's assistant major, maybe, to being really high on the totem pole, following the secretary of whatever.
Yeah.
In 2 years?
Possible.
I don't know. That seems like a lot. Lois would have died 3 minutes before Superman finds her.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way she didn't drown. What's this regeneration shit with Doomsday?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Clark throw the spear?
Because it could have been deflected.
Don't think so. Furthermore, why would the spear going all the way through make it more effective
than just being in him?
In him. I don't know why it took me so long to write this. Why'd they make Batman's neck so thick? So is the Steppenwolf person thing talking to Afterbirth Lex Luthor like infer that they had been talking for a long time, or is this the first time that Lex has met him?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense.
And then this is at the funeral, and I just wrote "Land of 1,000 Casseroles." Are they having the wake and the funeral like all at the same time? I didn't understand that. I've been to a couple funerals, but I was like, maybe they do something different in the Midwest. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I always thought they were like on 2 different days.
I guess it depends.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't this all technically Superman's fault? Remember that thing that Tony Stark struggled with in Civil War? Superman is the literal embodiment of that argument. In Civil War, or Civil War / because I think he kind of has that argument twice. Ultron, where he's like, hey, we're the reason these things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is that.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Why did they give SecDef the flag? Superman's flag? Why did they give it to the secretary?
Oh, yeah.
Why was he the recipient?
Uh-huh.
Why would Pete know the business of the funeral director? Why does Bruce care now?
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote visions. Wonder Woman backed out after World War I, and she's here. Bruce saying, just a feeling, is Batman a god?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What does Lex see when he stands? He notices something, but it doesn't ever get explained. So when he's in the jail and the jail guy is yelling at him, he's like, the warden's here to see you. Stand up and go to the wall, blah, blah, blah. He stands up and he looks at the warden and he's like confused. But like, they don't explain it. It's like, so is that not the warden? Like,
yeah, like what's the
point?
Face?
What's the point of that shot? That shot doesn't make any sense. So Batman saw a true vision. So everything Batman saw in his visions is true.
Mm-hmm.
So is Superman evil? Because his visions are true.
But Superman's dead.
Oh?
Oh.
Doesn't this all just prove that Lex's vendetta is pointless? Wait, when did all of this happen? Like the Lois thing, like all the other funeral stuff, the Batman. When did this all happen? Because we go back to see Batman at the jail, and then we go back and Lois is still there. But how long has she been staying? Has she been standing there for 2 days? Like,
this is another moment of bad editing where I think the scene with Lex was originally a mid-credit roll. For some reason,
they cut it into it.
They put it in the middle of the funeral.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Which doesn't make any sense. And then they cut back to her pouring the dirt on the casket. And then it slightly floats.
Yeah. Which, again, bad editing, because they use the tiniest morsels of rock that float, and honestly, if you blink, you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me doesn't feel like a good moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's pointless because of what they do next.
Yeah, that means he was never alive.
Yeah.
They have to Frankenstein him.
Well, this movie suggests that he wasn't actually dead.
And the next movie suggests, yes, he was dead. I return us back to point 87. Zack Snyder, you wrote just like you did Justice League. You could have fixed that. This movie wants so much to be good and meaningful, but it is so bad and so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's so dumb.
It feels like there's a lot of things that feel like it was trying to be like the meaningful and poignant thoughts that were brought up in the Christopher Nolan movies. But like, it's the cheap version of those things that aren't fully thought out.
Yeah. All right. Speed round. Ben Affleck. Bruce Wayne, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, I just don't understand the anger and everything. I understand the cautiousness about Superman. I get that, but I don't understand this perspective.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any sense. Ben Affleck does a good job.
Mm-hmm. It's a version of Batman. Like we normally get to see a young, almost year one Batman every time. This is year 20 Batman. And it's interesting, but we're missing a lot of context of why is he the way that he is.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne, I think the Bruce Wayne is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that he's at an illegal fight.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
But him at Lex Luthor's thing, all that stuff, I actually love that. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Batman killing, I think ruins it. Like, I think it's not good. I stand by that. I don't think that is good, even with his hatred. If he would have been angry and like his thing is permanently disabling people, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But he can still have just that little bit of moral right, you know. But he has nothing. He's just as bad as everyone else. Because we don't know what the point of any of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with your thoughts. I think Ben Affleck actually did a good job.
I think Ben Affleck was really good,
and I think he deserved getting his own movie.
I think so too. I actually think whatever he wrote and directed would have been pretty good.
Yeah, like I was excited to see more of him, and there's a lot of people who are like, Ben Affleck's not that good of a bat. Like he's one of the better ones.
Yeah,
I think of how he portrayed the character, not necessarily how the character was written
poorly, but it's not Ben's fault. Man, call you Ben.
Benjamin.
Yeah, I don't think it's Ben Affleck's fault. I think he did everything he could with what he was given. He was just given slop. Like,
yeah. And especially when we see him in future movies, I know we're not judging him based off of those ones, but when we see him as Bruce in future movies where he is a little bit more lighthearted, he does make some jokes, like that starts to feel more like the Batman that we know. And
we need, you know, I think Ben Affleck had the potential of being like the best comic book representation of Batman. But it was dashed away through bad writing and just a shitty movie. Henry Cavill, Clark Kent. I think Henry Cavill's a bad Superman. I don't even know if it's the writing necessarily, but maybe it is the writing, but he's just a bully. He's just angry all the time. It doesn't work. It doesn't. There's no reason to admire him. And it makes sense. Like someone, I saw someone post that Zack Snyder is to blame for the lonely lonely men epidemic that we have in society, and kind of really rewatching these movies and really analyzing, maybe there's some validity, because I think people who justify Superman are misguided, because there's nothing good that this Superman does.
No,
nothing, not a single thing. There's not one thing that is done for the sake of doing something good.
Yeah, there's the big idea of Superman, but this iteration of it is not the big idea of Superman.
Right.
He does not match that in any way.
Yeah. Lois Lane, Amy Adams, she did great. She's a good actor. I just don't understand some of the things Lois is doing. Like, it's writing, bad writing. Jesse Eisenberg is a good actor and a good bad guy. He just shouldn't have been Lex Luthor.
He's just not.
It's not Lex.
Yeah.
I hate what they did with Martha. They made her Jonathan. Like, they made her a pessimist and a cynic. And
yeah, there was nobody there to reinstill the hope.
Right. And Lois is kind of like questioning him too. Like, no one is there to really help. And then it's the ghost of friggin' Jonathan Kent who
somehow inspires him to go back.
Perry is an absolute a-hole, but writing into where it makes sense. Alfred is the only really good character, honestly. Like,
Jeremy
Alfred
Irons
is
did
solid.
great.
Jeremy Irons did great. Alfred is a great character, works really well. I don't understand Senator Finch, Holly Hunter. She's good, but her death makes her useless. Same with Scoot McNairy. His death makes him useless. I think they should have made him more, like, really kind of crazy. And then if it was like Lex did this, and then the revelation that Lex was the one who was pulling all the strings, that would have motivated Bruce more. It's like, not only did you manipulate me, but you ruined this guy's life even further. Also, if Lex is setting it up so that those checks are going back, is he then paying Wally, or is Wally not getting paid? And if that's the case, why does Wally give a shit about Superman? He should be pissed at Bruce. Bruce is the one who's ruining his life.
Yeah, none of it makes sense.
I
know you mentioned earlier that Gal Gadot is not a good actor. I feel like she does a decent job in this one compared to other things that she's been in.
I disagree. And I disagree simply because she's written poorly and her lines don't make any sense, and how she delivers them all the same. Her best parts are the fight scene, and it's mostly CGI. So it's hard to say that it's her. I just think it's someone different from the other two.
Interesting.
She has more inherent depth because she isn't just like raging the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, Bruce is so angry. Clark is apparently so angry. She's just not angry.
She's very neutral, actually.
Yeah. And I think that difference makes her stand out, but I don't think she does a good job. I hate her, but that's fine. Tao Okamoto did awesome. I just think
Mercy deserved better than that.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody
Callan
else.
Mulvey was a douchey, scary white guy. Nailed it. And then
Martha.
His name was Jack. The guy that died in the guy that he called.
Jack? It wasn't Pete?
No, it was Jack. Yeah, I think that's it as far as like.
Oh, it was Jack. Why did I think it was Pete?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I guess to say like Jimmy Olsen, but it's such a, he was literally a throwaway character when I feel like Jimmy Olsen is almost as iconic as Superman because there is an understanding that like they go hand in hand.
There's a whole comic series about Jimmy Olsen.
Son of a bitch, you're right. Yeah, anyway. Hey, now it's time for the review rewind, and we're moving through it because this movie sucks. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
For a long time.
I know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We're going to read a positive review, negative review. Metacritic 44, Rotten Tomatoes 23, audience score 68, IMDb 6.4. Tristan, this is the highest score I can find.
Wow. The USA Today gave it a 75. BVS will please those either waiting for the two main players to lock horns on a movie screen or those who have been pining for Wonder Woman forever because of Chris Pine. And for the nerdier crowds, a fleeting glimpse at other superheroes. Hence, this is the dawn of something potentially sensational.
All right, and our negative score is Slate again. Slate was our negative score for the other one. I don't remember if it was the same person. To put it delicately, this comics fan hated Batman v Superman with the fury of 1,000 red dwarf suns. Blunt, humorless, and baffling. It collides the brutish directorial stamp of its director, he of 300 and Watchmen fame, with the most shameless instincts of our latter-day superhero franchise bubble. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this movie is like, to me, the beginning of like just a series of horrible choices for Warner Brothers of trying to compete directly with Marvel rather than putting in a strategy that actually made sense. They were just like, Marvel has Avengers, we need to have Avengers.
And they were like, okay, we need to get the Justice League in one movie.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I don't care about any of the characters.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about the history or the very well established character development of these characters. Avengers.
Yeah.
This is an F. I don't even give it a D-. This movie is so stupid. It sucks. Sometimes it has some visual things, and mind you, it's not a 0% F, but it's an F. Like, nothing saves this movie. There's nothing in this movie that saves it. There's no story. Like Man of Steel, there's some concepts that could work. There's no concepts that work in this movie. There's no way to like re-edit this movie and make it work. Everything in it is bad.
Yeah, I think because it's not really true to the characters that we know and love, it's not true to really anything. It's just kind of
it's not true to itself.
Yeah.
Because they keep having to have this thing where the world sees Superman as this great figure, but the movie has not shown us anywhere where that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even true to itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree with you on that. It's not what we want. It tries to be this like, what if we have this big conversation about gods and power and blah, 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 but it never actually goes anywhere with that thought.
It never actually has the conversation,
because
the conversation is just
Like, I feel like they talk about the gods throwing their lightning bolts a million times, but it means nothing.
I think something that's important of like Greek mythology is that they create stories where the gods are very messy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. And then the humans are messy.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately the humans are persistent and endure and kind of make it through.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, but there's a bit of that. Who is that person in this?
Mm-hmm.
People can be messy, but ultimately there has to be something good that is achieved.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing. There's not a single thing that's good that's achieved in this movie.
Mm-mm.
Nothing Batman has done throughout the entire movie is for the explicit reason of doing good or protecting people or anything. Everything he's doing ultimately turns out that he's trying to get kryptonite so he can kill Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole plot for him.
His redemption doesn't make any. It's undeserved.
There's no reason. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that it's a failure within itself. That, you know, we can say endings get forced or whatever. This is an abject failure because it doesn't make any sense. We're just supposed to believe the world thinks so highly of Superman. How do they know it's Superman? How do they know that Superman did all those things?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're seeing it somehow, they're seeing Batman and Wonder Woman also helping.
Mm-hmm.
So now that the new world has a different perspective of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He's not this demon, but he's someone helpful. Why did it take 20 years? Is that really the thing that we've discovered?
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of it makes sense. It just does. I don't understand it. I don't understand the world's perspective. I don't understand the character's perspective. I don't understand what we are supposed to take as an audience, because it just feels like sometimes they're doing it and they're just kind of like, hey, it's not complicated. Don't be stupid. And it's like, no, it is. It's very complicated. Everything you've done is very complicated. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
F.
Womp womp.
Speaking of womp. Tristan, thanks for gutting yourself and watching this movie with me.
Yeah.
Audience, if you like this movie, that's cool. I don't. I hope to never watch it again. Honestly. But we hope that you hear us again. And remember, review those rewinds, and we will see you next time, hopefully not talking about this stupid movie. God, I hate this movie.